Hey guys, how's it going? It's Danconia here. Welcome back to the Overwatch League Roundup. And you know when I said there probably wouldn't be another Overwatch League Roundup before Christmas? Yeah, well, the League and some of the teams had something to say about that. So we've got some leaks and some rumours and some reveals to perhaps take a look at, because there could be some interesting changes coming just around the corner. So, the Overwatch League released links on their news articles for certain teams to get, well, fans of certain teams to get tickets for their homestands. So one of these teams was the LA Valiant, along with other teams like the London Spitfire and the Dallas Fuel, the Atlanta Reign, Philadelphia Fusion, San Francisco Shock and Washington Justice. So we are concentrating here on the Los Angeles Valiant, because the Los Angeles Valiant, on one of the social medias, it looked a bit different. Yes, the League may well have leaked a colour redesign for the LA Valiant, because the colour scheme they put up for the LA Valiant was not green and gold. It was blue and yellow. Bright blue and yellow, much like the colours of Sweden. This could be indicating a redesign of the Los Angeles Valiant branding. They've still got the same logo and the same font and all that, but the colours are different. Now, Los Angeles Valiant had something to say about this, and they just replied with a screenshot, @ing the Overwatch League on Twitter with a pair of eyes. And then they replied to their own tweet saying, "This department has worked 0 days without owl leaks. Avoid leaks, please." Confirming basically that it is a leak. So this all but confirms that, assuming this is a rebrand, the LA Valiant will be coming out in blue and yellow next year, not green and gold. So this is going to be polarizing, because you can get around the issue of the in-game skins, because they'll do it one of either two ways. I reckon anyway. They'll either give you the skins that you've already got in the new colours, or they'll update the skins you've already got to the new colours. I would hope they do the first one, in my opinion, because some people will like the green and gold and want to keep it. The issue I have is the people who have bought jerseys and Los Angeles Valiant stuff that will be green and gold, and all of a sudden they're not green and gold anymore if this goes ahead. So, yeah, it's going to be a very polarizing issue. Now, this is not the end of the issue, because just as I was going to create this video, I look on Florida Mayhem's Twitter, and they post an image and just say thoughts ? With a thinking emoji, and we have Florida Mayhem with a brown and green logo. This could be a troll. I kind of hope it's a troll, because those colours are not going to go down well if they are changing to those colours. Someone did invert them, and it turns it into sky blue and purple, which would be magnifique and genius. If it is that, Florida Mayhem, please be the invert, because if it's the one you've posted, and I'd probably put it in the video, nah, scrap the idea, move on. So we've got one team that is possibly leaked to rebrand, and another team that is hinting at a possible rebrand. Now, for a long time, we've been talking about the Florida Mayhem being the McDonald's team, but we've also talked about them having a better recolor. And obviously, it was linked to Vice, Miami Vice and all that, those colours. And I think we all wanted to see the Florida Mayhem in those colours. Whether we will or not, I just hope it's not those colours. Those are awful. I think this is possibly, looking at the scheme of those two colours, I think it's an invert. It looks like the colours have been inverted. And if the person further down the page is right, then the new colours of the Florida Mayhem could be really, really nice. Now, again, we don't know how deep this goes. A few teams may have been given the rights to change their colours. If this is right, then it's only two teams at the moment, obviously the Valiant and the Mayhem. I can't imagine some teams are going to change them. I can't imagine anyone at NYXL will be changing their colours or Shock or anything, because it just doesn't seem to make sense to me. But yeah, it's a very polarising issue, and one that we could discuss for a while. When you look at major sports leagues around the world, I'm going to use the Premier League in England as an example. You keep your home colours, right? Your home colours are your home colours. The home colours of Arsenal Football Club are red and white. The home colours of Chelsea Football Club are blue. The home colours of Manchester United are red and black. Manchester City, sky blue and white, generally. And that doesn't change, generally. So they may have slight differences season on season, but they don't wholeheartedly change their colours. It's only normally the away kit that would change entirely at some stage. So to do this, it's a big change to your branding, and it can be a very polarising issue for your fan base. Now, for some teams it can work in their favour, for some teams it might not work in their favour. For example, the Florida Mayhem, if they were to change to the Miami Vice colours, then I think that would work very much in their favour. Yes, they are the meme team of McDonald's, but if they were to change to the much-loved Miami Vice colours, then that would be awesome. And I think a lot of people would forgive the colour change. The Valiant, however, is a different issue. I don't know why you would change. I mean, green and gold, I'm not a massive fan of the in-game green and gold colours for the Los Angeles Valiant, but I've grown to know them as the LA Valiant, and that's fine. You don't have to love every colour in the league. But to change from green and gold to blue and yellow, and the blue and yellow looks very much like Sweden, I don't know about that one. That's a weird one. I think they would look good in game, or certainly look interesting in game, but I don't know whether it really will go down all that well. I mean, the first comment I see that it's not Los Angeles Valiant on Twitter is why, and I can kind of understand that. You know, I could sit here and say I'd love the London Spitfire to have the colours of the NYXL. I love the NYXL's colours because it's a blue and red colour scheme, and I've always loved blue and red. I've always loved the blue and red colour scheme. So that's why I always had a soft spot for NYXL because of their colours. I'm not afraid to say that, but London is obviously my home team, so I've always supported London. But there are some teams I've always thought come up a bit short in the colour-wise, and Valiant and Mayhem are two of those teams, in my opinion. But sometimes you have to say, well, we've made this decision and we have to stick to it for reason of branding and not to alienate our supporters and our fans. And yeah, it's not brilliant. And especially because the Overwatch League is a worldwide league, and some people just don't have a representation in the Overwatch League, right? Say you're from, I don't know, Sweden. Let's use Sweden as an example. I've been using them already. You don't have a representation in the Overwatch League. You just choose a team that you like, right? So when you picked Los Angeles Valiant, say, because you loved the colours green and gold together, all of a sudden they're now blue and yellow. Perhaps you don't want blue and yellow even though you're from Sweden. I know that's a bit odd, and that analogy's not working now, but you know, you get my point, right? If you fell in love with a team because of their colours and they changed their colours, well, you're probably not going to support that team anymore, are you? Unless you've really fallen in love with them over the time. The reason I support London is because I'm from the UK, and they're the only team from the UK. That's the reason for that. But a change like this, and this is what I'll say to end this off, a change like this can be very polarising to your support base, and especially in the case of the Los Angeles Valiant. The Florida Mayhem, if this is inverted colours for what they've posted, then darn, this will be good. If this is the actual colours, oh my goodness me, when I thought the Florida Mayhem couldn't get any worse. Anyway, I would love to hear your guys' opinion on this, because yeah, I think it's going to be a very polarising issue with some people. don't expect every single team in the league to start changing their colours, because I just think this is going to be some special circumstances for certain teams. I am very surprised that the LA Valiant are looking to change their colours if this is true. But hey, you never know what goes on with team branding and what they think they should do. But I'm going to leave it here for this one. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video. See you then.